in 2023, I ran London Marathon in 3 hours and 10 seconds. So this year, I am going to train harder than ever with the help of my personalised runner training plan to go for Berlin Marathon. And I'm going to try and get that sub 3 hour goal. Actually incredibly lucky to have Anya from Runna here, not only to join me for the moral support, but also to go through what my tempo session is today. So, can you tell me what the session is?
Yes, for sure. We have a 2K warm-up, which we're currently doing, and then we're going to do 2 by 3K at 3:50 pace with a 500 metre float at 5:10 for recovery. Then a little cool down.
Okay, that kind of sounds brutal, but what are going to be my key areas to focus on then?
You've got it. It's a tempo workout, so we'll be working at a comfortably hard pace. It'll be faster than your marathon pace, but for a shorter distance. With your goal pace, which is 4:15, will be 25 seconds faster than that per kilometre. But the focus will be holding that pace, being consistent throughout the full 3 kilometre rep and holding your form so you run strong.
All right, that sounds fairly straightforward. And is that something that could be adapted for different abilities?
Yes, of course. Whatever your running goal, it's a really classic workout. Depending on your current race target pace, I would adapt the pace for that. So as long as it's faster than your marathon pace and around tempo effort, you'll get the training benefits.
Right, we're almost at the end of the warm-up and I'm kind of nervous, but really excited. So, should we go for it?
Let's do it.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Right, I have a terrible habit of going out too fast, so I'm going to just try and go off you and settle into my pace a bit.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's what a lot of people find, but we've got to remember we're training for a marathon and that's a long way to go. So it's important to find your rhythm and ease into the pace.
I feel like I've got all the adrenaline running through me. I don't really know how I should be feeling right now.
Well, it's the first K of the rep, so try not to focus too much on your pace and just get a feel for it, and that will be much easier to sustain it for the rest of the workout.
Okay, yeah, just chill.
I wouldn't worry too much about what your watch is saying right now. Let's just try and find the pace, get into a rhythm, and once it's comfortable, it'll be much easier to sustain for the rest of the workout.
Okay,
1 kilometre done, 3:50 pace on the nose, just smashing it.
I feel actually quite good. I feel like now I've settled in. I'm like, it's not as scary as you think.
Yeah.
And then also, I know that I'm working hard, but I think I have some left in the tank for the next rep, so I think that's okay.
That's perfect. That's exactly how it should feel. I think as your body kind of adapts to the pace, it does become easier. You might get an initial heart rate spike when you start the rep, but it will calm down and you'll relax into the pace and it'll feel much more natural. That's the 2 kilometre mark.
I can already feel though that I'm getting a bit out of breath, so I'm not really going to be able to talk that much during this.
Yeah, let's come back to you in our 500 metre recovery. Keep strong and hold your form. No need to, surge off at the end of the rep. Nailed it, Jess. Okay, that's the first rep done. How do you feel?
I feel like I should be walking like that. No, it's good. I think it's really nice to actually be doing a recovery jog in between.
Massively. So that we get our heart rate down so we can go again for the next 3K rep.
Yeah. If I was to kind of be struggling on those harder reps, then should I be slowing down those recovery floats?
Yes, I'd recommend slowing down the recovery floats rather than the efforts.
Right, so I'm currently in week 8 of my 16-week plan, so it's actually a deload week. But why is it so important to still do those speed sessions in my deload weeks?
So we still do have intensity within our deload weeks, but the volume is actually less to allow your body to recover so it can absorb that training and training effect can take place.
Right, we're about to go into our next rep. Let's go. Yeah, you can tell my legs are starting to feel a little bit fatigued now, so even compared to the first rep, I need to just maintain that energy.
Yes, definitely, just conserve energy. We've still got quite a long way to go. But it is also important to train on tired legs for the marathon because that is effectively what you'll be feeling on race day.
I remember that tired marathon feeling so well, but are you guys training for a marathon at the moment? Let me know in the comments which marathon you're training for.
Keep going, Jess, you've got it. My favourite quote and mantra for the marathon is just run fearlessly and run the mile you're in. Don't worry about how far there is to go. that will sort itself out. Just tick off each mile as you go. When you start getting tired, it's easy for your form to drop. So just focus on running strong and that will help you be more efficient. Keep going. You're actually slightly faster than target marathon pace. Hold strong. Your body can do so much more than your mind tries to trick you into thinking. Less than a K to go. Final push. I just want that ice cream. And the harder you train, the easier you race. Got 2 laps of the track, 800 meters to go. You've got it, you're on pace. Keep going, Jess. 500 meters. How good is it going to feel when you hit all those paces in your plan? Just try and visualize being at that final straight of Berlin Marathon, Jess. Good? Thank you so much. I got a jog. You smashed it. It's hard in the hot weather. You've got to remember that the heat will make your heart rate higher, which will make workouts feel more difficult, but also it's a really good training stimulus. Oh my God, that was so helpful having you there, honestly. You smashed it. It was so hard in that second rep at the end. I was like, oh. Yeah, but that's when it becomes mind over matter. Yeah. And you've got a strong head on you, and that's what you're going to have to use when it gets tough on marathon day. We've got to run this bit. Sorry. These hot sessions are absolute killers, but I actually kind of love them just because it's those hard sessions that kind of stimulate that race environment where like I really have to push past that mental barrier and get that speed in my legs, and when I'm not feeling like I've got anything left, like digging deep, and that's what I really had to do at the end of that second rep. Yeah, massively. That's what you've got to rely on race day. Just think about all the hard sessions you've done and conquered, and that will get you to that finish line. Oh yeah, it was an hour into our 1 kilometre cool down, and that was a tough session. Yeah, how did you find it? It was actually surprising at the start. I thought, okay, it gave me that confidence boost to be going off at a pace that was sustainable, but then still challenged me into that second rep where I didn't know if I was going to be able to hit that. But then that, I think, is what gives me the like surge of like adrenaline and motivation to like want to hit those paces and want to go for that goal even more. Massively. And how are you finding training with Runna and using our plans? I have always found it so useful just to kind of firstly have that accountability side where I know that it's going to go into that track and I'm going to be able to compare my paces against the targets. So I love that comparison against myself and like my previous times. And then also just having those set plans, like you've got so much to think about day to day. You want running to just be your like de-stress, where you just go out, don't think about it until it just comes from a watch and I go, okay, I'm doing this today, great. Massively. A happy runner is a good runner. And remember, you've got to work on that mental headspace because you've only got to find 11 seconds. Yeah. Right, so we're coming to the end of our cool down, and I'm so glad that's done. I feel so good after that, actually. You smashed it. So many good luck wishes for Berlin. You're going to smash it. Thank you so much. And if you want to check out the next part in this series, check out where Andy paces me to a half marathon PB. Until then, I've got a few more sessions to spin.